Hey everyone, we've got one last Christmas film to get through before the holiday itself, so let's get to it. It's the classic 1938 film Love Finds Andy Hardy, starring Louis Stone, Mickey Rooney, Judy Garland, Cecilia Parker, and Faye Holden. Now Andy Hardy, Mickey Rooney of course, has got big plans for the Christmas Eve dance. He's trying to buy a $20 car, but he can only pay down on the $12 to the dealer, so he has to promise to pay the remaining $8 of the price before he can get the car, within the next few weeks. However, his girlfriend, Polly Benedict, Ann Rutherford, tells him that she will be out of town visiting relatives for the holidays, which leaves him without a date to the dance. Now, both of his problems are seemingly fixed when his friend Beezy Anderson, George Braxton, has to go out of town with his family as well, and offers to pay Andy to go out with his girlfriend Cynthia Potter, Lana Turner, in order to keep the other guys away from her. Now at the Hardy home, Andy's mother, Emily Hardy, Faye Holden, gets a telegram saying that her mother is badly ill from a stroke, and so she and her sister Millie, Mae Ross Clark, decide to leave for their mother's home, which leaves Andy's sister Marion, Cecilia Parker, in charge as the woman of the house. Now, meanwhile, Andy has drawn the attentions of new next-door neighbor, Betsy Booth, Judy Garland, who is in town visiting her grandmother. However, in spite of her affections, and partly because she is a few years younger, Andy only really thinks of her as a friend. Now, things start to go downhill for Andy as he receives two telegrams. One is from Polly, stating that she will be coming back for the dance. But he tries to call her and let her know that he can't take her because of a previous engagement. The other telegram is from Beezy, who, instead of sending some money like he had promised, tells Andy that he had found a new girlfriend, thereby negating their deal, and says that Andy can take Cynthia to the dance without any trouble from him. Of course, now that gives him the trouble of not being able to pay for the car, and he also has a tough choice between two dates. So Andy turns to his father, Judge James K. Hardy, Louis Stone. But even with his father's help, can he get out of this mess? And will his mother and her mother be fine? Now, Love Finds Andy Hardy was the fourth film in the Andy Hardy series, and the first to show the change of focus from the Hardy family as a whole to Andy Hardy himself, as played by Mickey Rooney, as I said before. Now, the film retained most of the cast of the previous entries, although it was still with actress Betty Ross Clark for the second and final time playing Aunt Millie instead of series regular Sarah Hayden. Now, with the increasing emphasis on Mickey Rooney's Andy Hardy character and his relationships, the series was able to showcase up-and-coming actresses, and in this film, it was Lana Turner as Cynthia Potter. The film also gave us Judy Garland in her first of 3 appearances in the series, It's Betsy Booth, which reteamed her with Mickey Rooney after they first appeared together in the 1937 film Thoroughbreds Don't Cry. Well, with their chemistry becoming more evident here, they would also soon be teamed up for their famous Let's Put On a Show series of films, starting with Babes in Arms the next year. Now, while I have seen the entire Andy Hardy film series, I will readily admit that Love Finds Andy Hardy is the one I have seen the most. And it's fairly easy to guess one of the main reasons. It's Christmas connection. Obviously, with the build-up to the big Christmas Eve dance and the Christmas tree we see put up in the Hardy home on Christmas Eve, it certainly works well enough. And on the DVD, there's also a short promo featuring the Hardy family on Christmas morning that ends with them addressing us, the audience. Of course, the rest of the movie is fun too, even if it is fairly predictable that Andy will somehow get out of all of his trouble. Still, Mickey Rooney does a great job as the character, and the addition of Judy Garland as Betsy Booth, especially with the 3 songs she gets to sing, makes it all worth seeing every now and then. So, yeah, I recommend this one. Now, this movie is available on DVD from Warner Archive Collection as part of the 10-film Andy Hardy Film Collection Volume 2, and is 1 hour and 31 minutes in length. And since this is my last video before the holiday, I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. To those who don't celebrate it, I wish you happy holidays. And I wish you all peace on earth and goodwill to all. That should be all I have to say on this one, everybody. So thanks for listening, and I hope you'll keep tuning in for more.